Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to another video. I have to be honest and let you know, I know you haven't seen me posting in a minute. I have been MIA. I might have posted a video once, probably within the last 15 days or so. Anyway, but I really want to come on and share a few things with you guys to kind of let you know where I'm at, what I'm doing, how things have been going. Um, for the past 2 months, I've been posting up my videos as far as doing a monthly overview and then doing my paycheck budget. But if I have to be honest, I have not been following the budget. Not at all. Like, not even a little bit. Anyway, um, I've been spending more than I planned, swiping without I was thinking, but I was just swiping like, yeah, I'll cover this time and do this time. Just swiping. So that's what I've been doing, but I've been a little bit out of control with it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't save for it. I didn't really like put a budget in place on how much I'm going to spend here, how much I'm going to spend there. Girl, I was just swiping, swiping like swiper. No swiping. Yeah, I was swiping. So anyway, um, I was mindful that I was overspending. Do you think it stopped me? Mm-mm. Nope. Instant gratification for my front yard is what I wanted. So, am I feeling bad? Disappointed? Maybe, but I'm not feeling bad. I am kind of happy on where my front yard is almost there, not quite. So, what I did do though was I know the future me would be upset if I kept going on the path that I was going. So what I decided to do was to do a reset for May, bring everything back into where it should be, get my finances back in order, and just chill. Just chill. You know what I mean? Like, long as the city's not really, I don't live in an HOA, so I'm okay. But the city will, if they see you working on it, they won't really say too much. But if I was like, just leave it and don't do anything, then that would be the issue. So I want to show you what I'm going to do for May. Um, I think for April, I also tried. If you've been watching, I've been using this spreadsheet that I purchased from Tara with Journey to Wisdom and Wealth, and it has been phenomenal. It has been a game changer. Now, why for April would I, somewhere in the middle of April or no, at the beginning of April, I decided to use Tara's and try this other one? Mistake. That was one of my first mistakes because the other one was nice. Um, However, it was more of a tracker. I mean, it would show me where I was overspending, but the Tara's spreadsheet to me is simple. I can look at what my monthly amounts are, budget them out per paycheck, and then as soon as I'm paid, just pay those items off, and I know what I'm left with. This other one, I was tracking what I was doing, and I would look over and say, "Oh, well, I overspent over here," and then I would readjust the spreadsheet, but yo, I wasn't doing it by my paycheck. So that's the one thing about budgeting. You have to find what works for you. And it's okay to change your budget, or readjust some things, but you have to stay on track and keep it simple. That's my biggest thing. Just keep it simple and stick to it, which is what I did not do. Now, if you hear some noise in the background, that's my son outside working on his car. So, all right. So in this video, I'm going to go over what went wrong, what I'm changing, and a simple system that I plan on using to stay on track for the month of May. So let's get into it. We're already 4 minutes into the video. I had a plan. You guys seen me do my April budget. I did my April overview. I did have a plan, but was I following it? Absolutely not. And the reason I say that is because I decided to try this spreadsheet. Look at all the colors and all the stuff going on. It looks beautiful, beautiful. I was doing all this and doing all this, and you see, look, 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 look. Look. Yeah, this is what I was doing for April. Still doing the terrace, but I was more so over here because I was more interested in tracking versus actually budgeting. So this doesn't work for me. It's too complicated. It has too much going on. I have to stick to this. I need to keep things simple in my life. And that was one of my things for 2026 is to make sure that things are simple and they flow. All right, so here's the reset. This is what the changes I'm actually going to implement implement with for the month of May. Simplifying everything down. I can remember Gina Renee, and she changed the name of her channel. I'll leave it on the screen. But I remember watching one of her budget videos a couple of years ago. She did some changes on her what we call variable expenses. I'm calling them living lifestyle. And she would just have one envelope that would have all her money in it for the week or 2 weeks for this. That's what I plan on doing. Let's get into what we're doing with my May budget. So my mortgage I usually split in two. Now this paycheck says from 4/29 to 5/12. Payday is truly Friday. I usually get my paycheck 2 days early. So I know I'm going to pay half of it here, and I can actually pay the other half here, but I want to hold on for a second. Okay. My electric, I need to pay 168.49, and this is 245 minus the 168.49. There's that difference. Why did I split that in half? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. It's 245 divided by 2, 122.50. Okay, my cell phone, I always split that in half as well. So, and that's due on the 13th. So let's do half of this, half here, and the other half will be here. My AC loan comes out on the 17th, so I will probably deduct that from here. Actually, you know what? I usually use, wait, I usually try to use this check for, you know what? No. I want to start using these checks now for saving if I can, because I was paying all my bills before I got the second job. And I noticed that's another thing that I noticed that I've been working this second job now for a year. And yes, I have some stuff that's been done to my house, but my savings account isn't reflecting that. Um, internet is due on the 25th, so there's that. Car payment, I always split that. Car insurance is 176.77. That'll be due before the next one. The ring, I could split that in half because that goes on a credit card. And this is going to come out every paycheck. I already have it over here because I started working on this. Okay. So the mortgage, let's do the 836.94. Let's see where we are. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Hold on. All right. Upgrade. Upgrade is due here. The other one is due here. This will have to go here. This one is here. And this card is going to come out on this, and then that'll be paid off. This won't get paid till the end of the month. I'll do that. That's a debt payment. All right, so what else do I need? So that's those so far. We're still looking at the mortgage. Um, all right, so for my variables, the way my variables are gonna work is if I take this number, as you can tell, I have 5. So it may not be realistic. Let me maybe do 60. I don't know. But if I'm trying to reel this in, I just don't want to. Hold on. So I don't know where you can get a meal from for $10. 75. Um, okay, gas, I usually do when I get paid. So I usually do, well, if hopefully gas prices will go down. But every time I get paid, it used to be like 30 something. Now it's 50. So I'm just gonna make that 150. Grocery. All right. Grocery, if I could take 350 divided by 5, let's see, how much is that per week? That works. That works. 70 per week. I'm sorry, I was leaning forward. All right, I do need to get my hair done, but I won't do it here. I may do it out of this because Mother's Day, I think it's the 10th. So I'll probably get it done before then. Unexpected, just never know what unexpected. No, wait, my mortgage. I can't forget my mortgage. Um, let's put unexpected over here. Okay, so now these are, they get, I can put them here because they're gonna come on that credit card. As you can tell, I did cut out the TV streaming for April, and we didn't even notice, like, nothing's changed. So I was spending that $30 every month for no reason at all. Okay, so my sinking funds, that goes towards savings. So I can use this paycheck because that's what I want these paychecks for. Um, and then 80. Now, I usually take money from my regular account, my regular account, my main pay, my one that pays the bills, and use savings for it. But maybe since I want to use these for savings, just feel like something's off. I do know that this is going to come out, so I can take this out of that check. This is automatically done out of those checks, and maybe I can do this from these checks as well. Is that my 300? That's my 300. So I'm stuck at $22 left for the month, but when I go, why didn't this feed all the way down? Okay. When I look over here, oh, my yearly parking. I was going to 23. So something's not right on this side. Because it's not counting 8. So the only other thing left is my mortgage. I have 836. So what I may do is if I put the 836.94 here, and then take so let's take that off of there. Let's just double check. Oh, you know what? Nope. We're gonna leave car payment here. And we are going to take this off, move this over here, and then take off, come on. And dun, dun, dun. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I could put 700 away here and then do 986.94 here. There we go. Okay, so now that means I still have 51 left over here. I still have 50 here, 98 here. I need to allocate that money out because, like I said, I have overspent ridiculously. So, and this video is already going into 30 minutes. So let me kind of reel this in a little bit. Um, with that 50 because this is the next debt that I want to pay off. Maybe if I can roll this over, mm, let's just make this 125 and then leave unexpected, maybe at 26.13. Leave this 60. Okay, so now I have 110 over here, which means if that's the case, I can actually add something's not right. Something's not right. But some of this needs to feed into June because that paycheck will be the last day of May. I believe, let me see what my calendar says. Yes, that'll be the 29th. So this is actually going to go over into June. Um, but then as far as everything else, that means I really only have like 30 some dollars left, right? Let's say I don't include this. If I don't include that amount, I have $22 left over. I don't know where it's getting that from because all of my expenses are covered, right? Right? Ladies, this one isn't. So if I do 25 here, something just not right. And I can't figure out what it is. So I don't want to keep you guys holding. So that is what I am doing. That's my plan for May. Um, you know, life happens, things happen, but the most important part is that we get back on track and we continue to be consistent. No budget is perfect, and the goal it really isn't perfection. The goal is just to, be consistent. And that's what I'm doing. All right. So if you're resetting, let me know. Leave me a comment. And if you let me know that you're resetting for May, I will I will do a weekly check-in to let you know how I'm doing and how that set amount every week is. Let me know that you are on board with me for May and that you're here to like root me on and cheer me on. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. This video is already probably 30 minutes long. All right, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.